Helping. That's a moment where the kids are helping Julie. Julie Degroot, occupational therapist, joining us for your kids because we want to make things as easy as we can on moms and dads and the whole family when it comes to getting up and getting out of the house. And you've got 3 great points when it comes to making things easier in the mornings. First off, we're going to set up visual cues or checklists.
Yeah, so a good way to set up and establish a good morning routine is to write it down in a visual checklist or a schedule. We have a few examples here for different age groups.
Yeah, can we start with one of the pictures? Because this is great for the kids who can't actually read.
Absolutely. So I set it up with the visual and the written form too, because kids respond well to both of those things. So having something like this, you can actually search it on the internet, just type in morning routine. You can get that. You don't have to prep anything beforehand. But it's great because you can set up the schedule, write down all the things that you normally do on a day-to-day basis. And then once you have it written down, you can figure out what does need to happen during the morning and what can you do the night before. So, or some things that might be distracting, like watching TV.
I noticed that's on the list right after eat breakfast.
Yeah.
So that's an example of what we can talk to our kids about that we don't do in the morning so that everybody can get out of the house on time.
Absolutely.
Now this one for the kids who are a little bit bigger, maybe they can read and check their things off as they go.
Yeah, I like how this has a little bit of space for some checks, so it keeps them on track, it keeps the day going through efficiently, and it reminds you that you have all these things to get done so you don't forget one or two of the steps.
That's it. Because some of those stuff, they get dressed. That's important before you head off to school.
Yeah, you don't want to forget that.
This one, a nice little one too. And again, we can make examples of what we can take off the list to make things easier in the mornings.
Absolutely. So when you have everything written down, you can think of things that you can do the morning or the day before. And one of them could be like packing lunches. If you have that set up in the fridge, you're ready to go the next day. So
we can take
you don't have to pack that. And same with the backpack. If you've done your homework, you can put that in the backpack, zip it up and have it ready at the door to go. Some kids also like to get their clothes set up the night before as well. It saves some time in the morning for some indecisiveness or some problems, can't find matching socks, that kind of thing. If you have it laid out the night before, that really makes a difference. So it kind of cuts out the schedule, like even taking a bath, you can do that in the morning.
Look, we're down to, look at that, we have 5 things to do in the morning.
So it's not as overwhelming or seems like it could be more achievable when you cut some things out and do it the night before.
You were saying I want to get the kids involved. Why don't I just dictate so I can decide what these things are?
That's a good point.
I am the dad after all.
Well, having them involved in the planning process is really important because it helps them with the planning. It keeps them engaged, keeps them motivated, and the chances are they're going to follow through with the tasks a little bit more, especially if they're making the list. If they really like breakfast and that's the first thing that they want to do, they'll probably follow through with that a little bit better. Further to that, you can set up a reward system as well. So
that's an interesting one. So my kids are going to go through, they're going to get their check marks, they get their little stickers, and at the end, mom and dad are going to decide on a reward.
Yeah. So the best thing for kids is to receive that positive reinforcement because then it keeps that positive behavior happening over and over again. Something as simple as giving them a sticker for every morning that goes smoothly would be great. They can collect the stickers or the tokens for a prize at the end of the week. It could be something simple. You don't have to go to Disney World or something. You can just have maybe like extra half an hour playing a game or spending some one-on-one time with mom or dad, even going to a movie with a friend. Some things that are simple like that, or maybe playing on the iPad.
My kids desperately want to play with my phone, so maybe make that one of the rewards. My girls also love stamps, a stamp at the door as they get their way out. Some great ideas because as all moms and dads can tell you, it's tough to get them out of the door, and if you don't do things right in the morning, it can set off the whole day. If you want to find Julie and more about an occupational therapist and what they can do when it comes to helping in your kids' school, just hit breakfasttelevision.ca. We're going to take a break. There's plenty still to come on BT. I noticed they didn't wake up.